It is encouraging to see people and institutions from the south welcoming those from the north and east into their folds. However, while this may be just one step towards linking these two communities, the road ahead is still a long one, and one that requires more than just economic development. Social and political interaction should also be high on the agenda, but is this the reality? Shifan spoke with TNA Member of Parliament Suresh Premachandran to find out his views on the matter.
It's 1 year since the war came to an end. What are your views on the recovery process so far?
No, if you see the Vanni sector first, actually the government, they are telling they have already resettled maybe 2/3 of the displaced people, but we visited almost all the areas or most of the areas in the Vanni sector.
When was this visit?
About a couple of weeks back. I think 24th of last month. When we visited those areas, not even a single house was built, and the people are almost under the trees and middle of the roads, and the government giving only 10 tin sheets for the roofing and some poles, and of course 5,000 rupees cash. So with those things they have to rebuild their houses. This is how actually the government is resettling the people. Actually government, they don't have any sort of road map regarding the resettlement. Their livelihood, people lost all their belongings. You take the high security zones, last several years, the high security zone matter is there. They are not, they are not allowing the people who are supposed to resettle in those areas in Jaffna, in Modur, so in several other places also. So all these things, even after 1 year, the things seems to be a standstill, nothing is moving. So the government seems to be trying to give some sort of justification and explanation. Other than that, nothing is moving.
You say the government doesn't have a roadmap. Has the TNA been involved in this process of resettling people? And
no, actually, because we are in the opposition, the government, even they don't want to discuss anything with the TNA. We have nothing to do with the resettlement so far. Yesterday only we met them after last September. In fact, no, we told the government we are prepared to support them in the resettlement matters, reconstruction matters. We are prepared to support them without any demand or any preconditions. But so far the government didn't discuss anything. They never discuss about the resettlement or the high security zone or the people who are under the custody of the army, nothing.
How do you see the people on the ground? How do you see people responding to the government?
You can see the last presidential election, then after that the last general election. The government might have got a mandate from the Sinhalese, but in the northeast, the Tamil, the TNA, we got a mandate. Because now we got the majority seat, not only the majority seats in the northeast, the one and the only Tamil party won the election is TNA. Nobody else. Ananda Sangari or Pillayan or all these people were wiped out. You see, only the government, because with their manpower, money power, muscle power, everything, they got 2-3 seats. So other than that, the entire Tamil people voted for TNA. So I don't want to say that we are the sole representative, but definitely the people elected us. You see, so the people, the common people, they definitely they send us to solve this problem. They send us to work out a formula to solve this problem with the government. We are willing to talk to the government. We are willing to work with them to solve this problem.
And development is seen as the way forward. Do you think that development is a need of the hour? And also, do you think that if it is so, is it adequate?
Most of the people in Jaffna, whether it's graduates or undergraduates or people who studied up to A level or some technical standard, they don't have jobs. So what's the meaning of the spring in the north or whatever you call the name? So actually the government, the feels if they can put up roads and that's all. But here, development, the country might need development, but without the political stability, number one, development is not possible. nobody is going to invest the money. Everybody knew very well, still the conflict is there. So everybody wants to solve this problem. India and the international community telling the Sri Lankan government, look, you must come out with a proper proposal. And everybody is saying that, look, no, you are having the 2/3 majority, this is the time to solve this problem. But till today, the government do not have any sort of proposals or any sort of thinking to solve this problem. So under these circumstances, what's the meaning of development, and who is going to come and invest the money in a bigger way?
Finally, in terms of a political solution, what do you think needs to be done to realize this?
The government actually, at the moment, they don't have any plan. And President, he himself told us, I am having a mandate. I can't do anything beyond the mandate. So whatever it may be, that should be within that mandate. That means you should not, and also he told very frankly and openly, he said, whatever the LTT asks, don't ask the same thing. I'm not going to give those things. So we told him, look, we want to solve this problem within a united Sri Lanka. And we are very clearly and categorically said in our election manifesto that the resolution will be within a united Lanka. And but the LTT fought for a separate state. So there's a huge difference between the LTT and the TNA. So if the government actually now we came down a lot. So we at one point of time we also for a separate state. Now we are telling, look, we can solve this problem within a united Lanka if the government comes forward. But LTT wants a separate state. So here, if the government says, look, you must come down further, and we will not, come up. And if the government wants to be, within a unitary constitution, and if the government doesn't want to devolve power to the provinces, the government doesn't want to give the police powers, land powers. So then what's the use of having the provincial council system without powers? So there must be some idea within the government to share the power within in the center as well as in the provinces. The government must be in a position to accommodate the Tamil people, accommodate the Tamil aspirations. If those things are not there, then it will be very difficult to find an amicable settlement as such.
We're going in for a quick break, but when we come back, we take a look at the environment in the north and how it has been damaged side by side with the people due to the war.